Goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there is anything that is connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy. Let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? I'm not really sure. But something for everyone, I hope. A mosaic of messages for the collective. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. Welcome home, homies. Please do the Trab a favor on your way in. Make sure you get those likes up. Also, have you checked to make sure that you are a subscriber, a homie, true and through. Thank you to the A1s from day one, all our new homies, and every single one of you in between. Thank you. Okay, so to begin, we're going to be doing some Shanty salad. I do hope that everything's working well. So, to begin, someone feels like they have no strength. I have some channeled messages. Now, I got a little bit creative with this one, guys. This is a strain called Sticky Fingers. And I've been smoking the Sticky Fingers, channeling messages. The first one was a message about someone being too selfish to share someone else. Someone's too selfish to share you, collective, or you're too selfish to want to share someone with others. The song coming on in the background, One Big Stoner, excuse me for any and all coughs. Parker McCollum, To Be Loved by You. Excuse me. Something about remaining prepared. Remaining prepared. Something about being yoked like oxen. Not really. Yoked like oxen. Something about intent. I got a like sentence, quotations and all. I didn't think you were who you said you were. The next message, do the thing. Do the thing. Something about kindness. Kindness. Make it common. If kindness isn't common around you, what can you do to be different? There's something about asking, pleading, begging, and working toward zero pain and an attitude of gratitude for the lessening of a lot about rest, getting your rest, and an energy of new vibes, new tribes, instead of new tribe, same vibe, or same tribe, same vibe. As opposed to those things, it's new tribe with new vibe. And getting, again, if new, change, fresh isn't a commonality, it's an energy of creating and co-creating. All right, take you guys with me, and we're going to get some shanty salad. Beep, beep. See what kind of goodies we get at the salad bar today, homies. Mmm. All right, let this be fulfilling, please. And thank you. I try to turn you guys around just a little bit. Oh, it really messes with the light. I guess you guys just get to look at me and my mug. Me and my mug. All right. I did see almost twin bunnies. There are some differences in these cards, though. These are just my handmade Gypsy Miraculous Mess cards I read with. Shanty Shaman special recipe. Alright. The song coming on in the background, Parker McCollum, Pretty Heart. It's okay. So we have someone, hopefully more than one someone's, but keep it simple and say we have someone that I feel like has spent a huge chunk of their life, their time, not growing. Sort of, it's almost like born as the metaphorical runt of the litter, and being a slow developer, or being stunted, and spending, as I said, a huge chunk of time and life and energy stunted. But it's an energy now of tables have turned. There's no retreat. Sorry about my handwriting and stuff. Like I said, these are really my messy, messy special cards. But there's something about learning something through struggle, through crisis, through hardship, learning how to it's almost like, how do I say it? When I say being stunted, we have an energy here of wood grain. And it's almost like someone was born into, freshly born into a place, a culture, an energy where everything was just against the grain, against the grain, against the grain all the time. And a lot of people, a lot of energies just continually kept doing that, going against the grain, going against the grain, going against the grain, and calling it like, oh, well, I'm just, making it my own. I'm just blazing my own trail. But that's not what it was. It was, I don't care to learn to do it the right way. That's too hard. So I'm just going to keep going against the grain because that's what I know. And it is what it is. But there's an energy of no more. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be that hard. Someone's learned to go with the grain. Or they're learning. And in doing so, it's changing the fabric of their being. And when others look at that fabric, when they look at what's being built, it's something, I keep getting the word miraculous. Because now, the sweet little runt of the litter bunny, who are prey animals, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, they learn to I got something about prey animals, P-R-E-Y, learning how to pray, P-R-A-Y. And let spirit pray for them. But something about everlasting growth. That's what's changed in the bunny, in you, in somebody. It's someone's not racking their brain anymore about things come and gone. They're not destroying themselves and harping on all their weaknesses. They're just focused on a knowledge that growth, much like learning, much like teaching, can absolutely be a consistent and continual part of life, the process, the journey. I'm seeing something about somebody having a bow in their hair, or putting a bow in a baby's hair. Somebody is using duct tape. Ooh, we have someone someone's refusing to overcome an addiction, and so they can't ascend. And again, a whole lot about someone is refusing to learn how to go with the grain on things. And they're just constantly and consistently going against the grain. their own grain. Something about don't be catty. Don't be too suggestive to others, and don't let others be too suggestive to you. Don't let others be catty of you. Getting something about don't let your curiosity ... Wow. Ooh, somebody's not playing with fire anymore. So this is a Club Penguin card. It says, when this is scored, fire cannot be played next round. Quest for the Golden Puffle. Since the beginning of time, penguins have been searching for the legendary Golden Puffle, said the tour guide. There's even a play at the stage based on this mysterious myth. Is it real? Will we ever find out? So what I'm getting with that is, yeah, somebody's not playing with fire anymore. Somebody's realized that Jelly Roll came on in the background. This song is Need a Favor, but it immediately made me think of his song Glitter. And I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. Someone's done being distracted by glittery things and playing with fire. They're focused on okay. Somebody is focused on chasing their own curiosity about themselves. Somebody has an energy of clipped wings. Something about Christopher Robin brushing his hair in the mirror. I'm going to keep going for a minute and I'll tell you if I grasp something. Something about a birthright. We have some names. Timothy, Talia, Dylan, Regina, Peter, and Jetson. Someone says something's not weird. Something that's in a mutual heart space. Like I said, give me a moment and I'm going to go over these because we have some numbers. Pooh Bear staring at the bees. This is giving me a draft of an energy. Yeah, something very ancient. That right there is pointing back to the stack that I just set down. Ancient maps brings me back to that quest. And that's actually where I'm going to start reading the numbers. It's cool, we have card 10, and I'm looking at 10 for numbers at the top of the screen. Something about change, something about focusing on footprints, something about chance encounters, and something is revving up. That's what this card comes to speak of. Revving up the quest for the Golden Puffle, coming to the conclusion that there's no more playing with fire, and that just because something is bright and glittery does not mean that it is gold. And there's something ancient that's pure gold that needs to be found. Ancient. I got some more numbers here. 18 and 24. Something about a harbor. Something about an impact. Something about harbor and impact being confirmation for someone. So harbor and impact is something I'm getting, like, you know, boats colliding in a harbor. Or, you know what? I used to volunteer at a harbor, like a harbor on the ocean, for the harbor master. And I'm not sure that my volunteering made much of an impact there, but it made one here. So something about that. I like this clipped wings, the song in the background, Wild as Her, Corey Kent. He said, wherever we are, wherever we go, that's where she calls home. Somebody's not focused on we. They're focused on me. And the bees, which always make me think growth in its purest form. Somebody's focused on, again, I'm getting not playing with fire anymore. Someone doesn't like their heart feeling like it's on fire. We have number 42. Something about coffee. Something about turning. Something about a day. Coffee turning day. Coffee sometimes makes me think of motivation. Motivation turning day. So somebody's motivated, or they need to be motivated to turn their day around. Maybe the day just hasn't started off so good, or hasn't been so good, and there's a call to what can you do to change that? What kind of blessings do you have in your life that you can look at and say, hey, it's what I got. Somebody, it's a blessing in being able to move. In being able to move now, as opposed to a time when they couldn't move. All right. And that was what we had. Although, I wanted to go back to this. I feel like someone was trying to get all dressed up and shiny and glittery and try and swipe away. Somebody that's focused on their growth, try and cut that growth off. Someone that does a lot of mirroring, mimicking. Their intention, whether they know it or not, is to clip the wings of somebody that their wings are their birthright. As soon as I said that, I got downloaded Mac Miller. I think the song is literally called Wings. These are my wings. It's a good riding around song. Something about, I like that. Somebody on a whole nother vibe is busy teaching. I'm getting, so we have teaching, we have birthright, clipped wings, in mutual heart space. We have this self-care, And something about, I'm seeing this now as a familiar. Ooh, I just kind of got Garfield. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Something about, is it weird in the reverse? Something's not weird. Alright, so with all of that, and back to these guys, I'm getting somebody's job, whether they get paid for it or not, a spiritual job, somebody's birthright, is teaching others how to care for themselves, how to love themselves, how to stop seeing themselves. Ooh, I was going to say stop seeing themselves as being so different from everyone else, but no, stop seeing that difference, because the difference is there. Stop seeing it as such a negative thing, because that negativity clips the wings of those that otherwise could soar. There's a huge overarching energy of you're on your way to where you need to be, but you don't need to be somewhere where kindness is uncommon, where pain is all too common, where cruel intent is all too common, where disbelief and mistrust and misguided guidance exist all too potently. And somebody needs that. Alright, we're going to move on. Thank you, Spirit, for the salad. That was very fulfilling. I think I'm going to keep it in line, though. Keep doing some handmade cards. We'll go to my first. I call her Old Mabel. My first channel deck. Alright. Ooh. Alright, we have some lines from a song here. Just a Kid by Mac Miller, but this came in the reverse, and it's with much purpose. So the words are, and I just, like I said, channeled down some lines. I'll show you in the upright. We ridin', actin' stupid, grab the moon, never understand. They tell me I'm the man, on the road to different places. Alright. That falling in the reverse for the collective. Majorly, the homies are, ooh, I just started hearing that song, Rolling with the Homies. Homies are done being clueless, or acting clueless, because many a times we act clueless even when we have a clue. But oftentimes we act like we have one and we don't. So there's an energy of no more grabbing a hold of that energy. No more acting stupid, no more playing dumb. With this grab the moon, well, in our little corner of the universe over here, the moon can speak of secrets and lies and the veil hiding things, right? No more of that. No more grabbing a hold of that energy and chasing after it. No more letting it chase after us. Never understand is in the reverse. Something has been understood. It's being understood now. Directly following, they tell me I'm the man. It's that when I said the thing about birthrights, it's a birthright, but it's divinely given, gifted. It needs to be used wisely. And on the road to different places, well, if you're gifted a divine gift and put on I just got the road to redemption with it. To redeem yourself as well as show others that redemption is possible. Create ripples. Well, as much as the gift may be a gift and a birthright, it can be lifted, ungifted. Something about a cautionary tale. I just started seeing something about Maseroth. Messages for the collective. Thank you. Something about 5. Somebody has a kid turning 5 or something. Awesome. Somebody has not created their best reality. They haven't been doing so. Oh, okay, hang on. I won't speak too soon on that. The song in the background, I finally got a handle on you. As I'm working on getting a handle on these messages. Alright, I'm going to take a peek at 164 because that's the only number I see here. Something was something was way ahead of someone. It's almost like the finish line of something, breaking through the veil of something, pulling the wool free from somebody's eyes. That finish line used to be way off in the distance, but somebody's pulling closer in the metaphorical race, so to speak, something's picked up in their pace. Somebody got in some sort of trouble riding around. Maybe that was an eye-opener, or something very troublesome happened to somebody on the road to somewhere. So the thing I said about 5, and somebody may have a child turning 5 or something like that, I'm getting an energy of somebody looks down on themselves often because it's like they had children, or they got into a relationship, a marriage, or they started a business or some huge project, building a home, something. And they started it when they were really young. And they started it, it's almost like they started something with wool over their eyes, you know? The thing I was saying earlier about being born and raised to go against the grain, but it's like something, an aha light bulb moment, and it's like the focus comes off of doing that any further and putting it into learning to go with the grain. It's a lot about witnessing things done the wrong way and doing them the wrong way, and then figuring out that might just be the wrong way, and what's another way to do it? Well, to go with the grain, so to speak. But then it's looking back with judgment of the self that, well, I should have, opened my eyes sooner. I should have done this better. I should have. You cannot, you can't look back with hate. You can look back with distaste and be like, never again. But you can't look back with harsh judgment and hate because it's part of who and why and how you become in the now. I'm getting, so like maybe the 5-year-old thing is a just a good example. Somebody has a 5-year-old child and they're like, well, I want to say get sober now. And I've spent 5 years of my kid's life being a shitty parent and a shitty person, and so how can I redeem myself? Well, you just start doing it. You just start doing it in spite of circumstances, in spite of the judgment, in spite of the guilt, outside judgment, inner judgment. You start doing it. You guys have, sometimes love makes us do crazy things. Love is helping someone change. Love is helping someone see the bright side of something. Love is helping somebody remove the wool from their eyes and witness how to go with the grain instead of against. There was something and I lost it. That was it. So, whoever may be in that energy of focusing on all the mistakes made in said 5 years, focus on what positivity can be created in the next 5 years to come if given and gifted that time. And again, don't forget and whitewash the lessons, because then you risk blessings. You know, you don't want to live in loops. But yeah, it's a lot about don't dwell too hard on the past, focus on the future. And yes, remember some of the past just to make sure that it doesn't become the future. Ooh, ribbon cutting ceremony. It's almost like that little pool of energy right there, coming to that realization, looking forward at the next 5 years, so to speak. Just that decision, just the energy being moved forward. It's worthy of a ribbon cutting ceremony, but also I feel like that right there is confirmation of great fucking things can come from that, from looking forward. Somebody's opening up shop in some sort of way. There's someone that, I don't know, feels like family just a wee bit, but they're not really family. I'm not sure exactly what this is. A lot of X's, X, 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 X. So that could be like X energy, or It could be the rune for gifts, so like love bombing something. I'm getting just something about somebody's really good at what they do. Somebody's a really slick, sly. They're good at what they do, but they're not as good as they think they are. And I don't know. What is this? Keep an eye on your checking accounts, all of your accounts, but it's also something about your spiritual checking and accounting abilities when it comes to people and their behavior and, you know, the examples that they set. There's something about just pay attention. Close, close attention. Also, there's a line from a poem. He is an utter failure as a devil, but that comes in the reverse. So somebody's really, really good at what they do. But they're not as good as they think they are. Something about, I just got something about somebody that pretends to be helpful, or I don't know. Likes to always look like they're busy, but they're not really doing anything. Or like they're always doing something, but they're not really getting anything done. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's a call to cut off that kind of energy if, like, no matter what the circumstance is, even if it's love, maybe most especially if it is, there's something about a lot of trouble in that connection, a lot of lies, a lot of darkness, a lot of wool over the eyes. There's something about, it's just pay attention, use your checking and accounting abilities. I don't know. I just keep getting somebody that's always, always busy, but never getting anything done. They're really good at what they do. And they're related to you in your life somehow, but they're not family. That's for somebody. Yeah, that's about as weird as possible. Moving on. Or maybe this person's about as weird as possible. I don't know. Maybe some confirmation that you're going to get about it is going to be as weird as possible. Alright, we're going to get a new deck. Ooh, I got something about somebody keeps saying they're going to get a new deck, or they keep saying they've been building a new deck, but it's been like 6 or 7 years and they don't have a new deck to show for all their time, effort, money spent on material. Like, well, where's the fucking deck then? Like, where's all the money? Like, what'd you spend your time doing? Like, do you at least have all the knowledge? Can you sit here and tell me how to build the deck? No? You don't even know what type of what? I don't know. Weird as possible. Yeah. Alright, I think we'll get into a little bit of tarot. I said that, and Spirit said, nope. We're doing some oracle. Okay, maybe a bit of both. Messages for the collective. Spirit, what do you think they should know? Thank you. Somebody's a serpent. We keep getting this. Stop playing with fire. Don't play with fire. No more playing with fire. Maybe an actual fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. They're a fucking coyote. Don't spend your time dancing with ghosts. The hummingbird always tells me, notice the smallest things. Somebody's blocking out all the things. It's not even like they don't notice small things, they don't notice big things, they're ignoring them, they're blocking them out. They're like, oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter, oh, love covers all. Something about someone is straight up a fucking serpent, and they're bringing darkness, and the light literally just dimmed behind me. Did you guys see that? You see that? They're bringing darkness to someone that thrives on light. Huh. The way that these look together, the sorcerer in the upright and the hunter in the reverse. I'm going to take a look at some numbers real quick before I say anything. A fearless gatherer of magical bits and pieces that gathers these bits and pieces from the light as well as the dark, is being trapped in the dark and can't get to the light. And it's like their kundalini, their core, their fucking alignment, their destiny, everything. It's being veiled. By a wolf in sheep's clothing, and that wolf, or coyote in sheep's clothing, is taking that sheep's clothing, and it's like, I don't know, shaking it out around the collective so much that it just fucking puts the wool over the eyes. Something about choosing something over a brother, something about sticks and stones, or choosing a brother over something about sticks and stones. 46. Something about saying goodbye to something, something about getting yourself put out there. Okay. And some tarot. We're doing the heart and hands. What does the collective need to know at this time? Some pieces helpful to our mosaic of messages. What do the homies need? Thank you. You guys have the King of Swords in the reverse. What do we need to know about this fucking dink? Honestly, I fucking hate the King of Swords in the reverse, dude. He's a fucking dink. What do we need to know about this fucking dink? You need fire in your eyes when it comes to this fucking dink, collective. Sorry. They're a low down, dirty drifter. Ooh, that's how they used to see you? Kidding? Do I need another card for clarity, or do we just go to the book? What's up, Spirit? What do we need to know? Alright, we're just going to the book. Find out what we need to know about this fucking dink. Alright, Swords. So I'm going to just go ahead and read the whole thing. We'll juice out all the bits and pieces. We'll gather the information we need. A man in a suit stares over the rims of his glasses. I came across a pair of men's suit pants today that were absolutely stained in something red. A severe expression on his face that may or may not mean something. Though he carries a sword, he knows the pen is mightier, and he has mastered both. This card may represent an intellectual or ethical authority figure who sets rules and distinguishes truth and falsehood. Though his power derives from rationality, intellect, and expertise, he may exercise it in an authoritarian manner, expecting compliance without input. Like the Queen, he may be more faithful to ideals or abstractions than to relationships. But when your interests align, he can be a great ally. This card may also suggest a jurisprudence, mental fortitude, or authoritarianism. But this fucking dink, in the reverse, is a dictatorial, doctrinaire, or ideologically rigid person in a position of power or authority. He is a harsh disciplinarian whose judgments may ignore nuance and whose punishments may not fit their crimes. This card may also represent being let down or poorly served by ostensibly rational institutions such as the justice system, academia, or government. I'm getting something about a critical factor for success being when all systems fail, what can the individual that feels failed do to create change, co-create change amongst said system? Also, I'm getting stay the fuck away from this thing, dude. Anything else? I'm not sorry. King of Swords in the reverse energy. That is not the way our cookie will be crumbling today, collective. Mm-mm. Anything else? Alright, that's it from that deck. I'm going to get you guys some closing guidance. Closing guidance for the homies. What do they need to know? What must they hear before we go? Thank you. There's something about cycles. It's got something about ham. Transformation occurs in cycles. Accept the new cycle with ease and grace. Change is inevitable. Comfort zones aren't meant to last forever. And you guys do have number 35, so I'm going to check and see if there's something we can say with this. Something about cycles sharpening you guys and providing you wisdom. You're sharpening your wisdom. Something about only facts, not hidden agendas. Focus on only facts, not hidden agendas. Your own and others. I like that. I like you guys. I like you a lot. Until we speak again, my dears, much love. Mwah. Thank you for being here.